The proper camber sentences and vehicle will improve relation and the direction established over the vehicle in correct camber. As will cause theory wear and the handling problem, camber is different and the inward and outward and the tilt of the wheel at the top with the front is vehicle camber and the missing the director did with zero. This will camber and the bitwist and the wheel did outward and the deep torch and the hot positive camber and the wheel in the with inner and the top in the negative leaking and mouth of negative camber is camber and normal since the top of the tires will move youth speed where and the carbon adjusted it usually adjusted using shim or cam of the wood proper control. Asthma camber is used and now hood front wheel drift and the car's wheel is adjusted it made with moving the positions of the front to its moved prevent function of caster are to improve directional stable wheel return and bending current caster and the only cause excessive steering effort and the T-wheel caster in the forward and the rear wheel tilt of the twist ring, AC comparing to a vertical link big front in the center of the T-rear caster in negative, when T-top of the steering wheel sits in the tilting forward if you are turbulence hotting caster on the problem front wheel drift on the car remember. Some manufacturers do no problem on the caster and heading on some today a front wheel drift vehicle is the castering correction and the affirming kit is often a very profit on the caster and adjustment and suspension that does not have factory. Adjustment they make first and replace them in correct respect condition and they did and remove seams the outer control armings current but camber on the caster of the motor wheels drip cutter motor twisted our leg angle is total on the steel storing and the positive of negative to will cause excursion and the wear on the front of tires compared to the distance measured across the rear of the tires and the measurements in the Israel military total and is also baffled as angular measures in the rear and the ostrich minuted positive on the road is the far and the tires and close toward this and the radar and the hour close to greater than the tire rear of the turret of is the negative of all when the rear of tires are close. Toward tank is to force tires those oscars with and the power those hoods the with against as whose will can also be centered using acoustic alsing inclination. All when the rear of the tires are closed to where thanks to four sections and the horse course with the wheels and the party those acoustic with tear and the hostess to the wheel case also big center using this acoustic steering and the earthing inclination and the include angle of the use and the diagnostic to setting assist inclination and the airflow and the angle forming be rigged to the upper and lower pivot points and the vertical line from the center base of the three wing big from the fore on the vehicle and the are measured in the Greeks give be different camber and the east width on the outward tilted top the rear before this camber is usually a specific position on the unclosed A angle. In the combination R and the camber light and the use specific possible on the include angle combination and the camber legs seated on the sector fat on the link inclusion and the made in the camber suspension, the more plane suspension system and the current main planes on the upper sustain position, the longer camber and the south angle and tail radars, conversion problem, steering pods, bumper start suspensions.